Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
So far here for Nongshim. Sylvie's coming down. Gumyushi could be in trouble. He tries to slink into the mist, but Sylvie's coming down. Let's see whether they can actually get on top of him. They dodge the snare, and Jiwoo, he's in range. Piercing Darkness comes down. That's the safeguard. Gumyushi's still alive. Owner as well. He's going to get hooked. And first blood goes to the Zeri. Bit of a disaster to start this one off towards the bottom side.
Like in the bot lane.
Oh dear.
Some more.
If they can find Gumyushi here, he could just be dead. Hex Splash is going to come forward. Peter just looking to try and start this one off with an auto attack as Guma going to get lit on fire, and Jiwoo just dashing around. That's the kill. And two of them onto this bottom lane, and now Colmy's going to turn up, but Bjorn's able to get a kill back onto Peter. Threaded volley just not these hooks. And we're going to see in live, Sylvie's dead. Faker is definitely having a good time.
Yeah, that's Faker. He's been around for
towards certification territory. Thankfully, we do have Wolf standing alongside. He can let us know whether this is in fact certification. As Owner is going to turn up, Dundun could be in trouble here. He is going to manage to flash, but it's not really going to work out. As a Hyper Proc going to be enough to do it there. Zeus, he had Mega Gnar prepared as well. So that is a nice little kill towards that top side to give this Gnar as much advantage as possible.
Yeah, you can see Dundun tried what he could to create as much space as possible. But,
caught back and speeds himself up. Flash ult. Cool guys, don't look at explosions.
Yeah, knew the damage, able to get it down. And here, Dundun really tries everything he can to create the distance. Even ensures the Owner kicks him towards the wall, but the damage is too big. Ends up going down. This Jack's not very tanky yet.
This team fight's going to look like as these two top laners head towards their first items. As Weaver's Wall comes in. All right, here's Peter, here's Jiwoo, and they decide they want to get some money from Faker. Peter might die, and he will. So Faker able to trade 1 for 1 here underneath his turret when all of the goons turned up.
Yeah, and it is the Zeri who gets the kill, so definitely who Nongshim want to be picking it up, but the amount of...
Although I did like his around the world that he went for. As all right, Owner going to get the mini stun into the wall here onto Colmy, who flashes immediately. Good seismic shove, and Owner is just taken down! Colmy outplays it beautifully! And now Faker, he's going to have to run as fast as he can, but the Weaver's Wall is going to come through, gets the flash, and Colmy has just ticked to online mode. It is Ocean Soul, so it's not the most fun as far as souls are concerned. Nice little snare, but good buffer as Peter avoids some of Faker's damage. But T1 will gain some control of the river here as there's the Weaver's Wall. Peter misses the hook, but it's still so much damage as everyone is just running over the rocks. But this fight is so broken up. The Gnar able to grab one kill. Good fear from Faker as well as he tries to keep himself alive. But the flash from Dundun is going to be there. But it's Owner that's taking matters into his own hands. Jiwoo gonna get Q'd to the face, and it's a triple kill for this man's Lee Sin. And Zeus is looking to hunt down his lane nemesis. Not going to be able to find the house there, but T1, they will find the dragon.
And it feels like the...
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like you press tab and you're like, oh, that was what was happening top lane. Oh, dear. That's not really what you want to see. 50 CS in the lead and now 2-0-2. As Faker's just going to get thrown around like a ragdoll. Not very fair. Grasp with more going to come on through, but it's not going to do anything, and we'll be able to do that. As we're fighting again. All right, Carrier going to get permafrosted. Immediately does cleanse that one off. And now we're driving the Herald. And Peter puts it straight into the turret. Nicely done. Gets a little bit of value. Oh, goodness. That is not the dredge line that he was looking for. Still, the rest of his team is going to be there. Really good interrupt, so he doesn't get resonating struck. And Zeus now looking to try and move his way in here. Dawning Shadow locks down Dundun. And now Zeus, he's got the Mega Gnar up and available. Won't even need it to help lock down the kill onto Sylvie. And why do I feel like this game might be over?
This ends up being such a massive problem there. Colmy is trying to give it a go, but I don't think you have any hope here.
I don't think it's happening unless there is a little bit of a blunder. And you can see Nongshim, they're just going to try and get what they can. But look at this turret, it's so incredibly ward over the wall. We'll know exactly what's going on. Over the base. Okay, Dundun has found a lot of friends that aren't very friendly. Oh, Colby! What a heroic play! Oh, no. Cue the Celine Dion.
It honestly looked like Call Me just came flying out of the terrain.
I got it!
Camera angle we had just appeared out of nowhere.
Call Me doing it in the same lane, just a little bit further up. As Baron Buff still in tow here, T1 will be able to take their first inhibitor, might be able to find more as they push Jiwoo into the waiting arms of T1. And that's Owner that locks him down once again. Both deaths at the hands of the Lee Sin, but that one was pretty hand-delivered there by Zeus. And I don't think T1 are stopping. I think they're looking to try and finish this one off as once again Peter's going to find an unfortunate hook, but Owner is going to get into that backline. Great knock-up from Carrier as well as Dindin trying to get on top of Gumayusi. And there is the Permafrost to try and help this one out. And T1 will get somewhat routed here, losing Gumayusi and Owner as they go a little bit overly aggressive. So the entire time.
A bit of a fail flash, but now we have a flank. They're just killing Faker. That's the game plan.
I think that is. And they may succeed. Permafrost not quite in range here as Sylvie is going to get slowed down momentarily. Dundon is probably going to die as Zeus is capable of ignoring everyone on the team, I guess. Maybe not Jiwoo, who does do a fair bit of work. And he's going to get flung around like a bit of a ragdoll, and there we go. So they lock down the Gnar. The Faker lives, I guess, this time around.
A lot of sacrifices in this game, and they're still looking for these picks. You know, if they get...
Oh, Owner's on a ward here as well. As the hook is going to connect there from Peter this time around. They're trying to burst him down, but there's a lot of damage coming through. Oh my god. Okay, tries to take the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike, and there is a burst fire in his face. Oh my god, Faker's damage is absurd.
Yeah,
Well, that's one way to do it. Dindin is also on vision, trying to take down this outer turret on the bottom side of the map. It looks like Nongshim are opting in for an attempted play on this as the Weaver's Wall does come down. That is Owner locking down the Baron, but can they find the team fight is the question. Oh no, Dindin dives over and delivers a bit of the ultimate to Peter, and Dindin's very much dead. Oh, Dawning Shadow, that's going to lock it down, but actually Faker had the kill in his back pocket anyway. Zeus going to be held at bay for the minute, but they got themselves the Baron. They also got themselves a kill. And now, the sieging power of Ahway is just, it's just really not fair. It's okay, ulti comes down onto Peter, who tries to get himself to relative safe. It's not safe. There's nothing safe about it.
Wow.
If you're within a screen of this way, you are dead.
A screen? I think perhaps
two screens?
Maybe
two screens. If you're on the Rift and Faker's way is here, then you're dead.
Get back in the fountain if you want to live.
Yeah, and even then, I don't know. I don't know whether you'll be safe. As Dindin looking to try and get Zeus out of here, but that's what he's been trying to do all game, and it hasn't really been working out. They are starting a little bit of a battle. Nice grasping more there from Faker to pull them together, and these health bars are just evaporating. There goes Sylvie. That's going to be their first one. Crypt Bloom going off as the seismic shove goes completely wide. And Zeus trying to charge up the Gnar bar. He does manage to get in. There's the Gnar at the same time. And in the meantime, the Nexus just explodes. T1, they'll take game number 1. And it looked like Nongshim had some of the play time around.
So I think ultimately you have a hopefully more stable lane. He's end up getting a reset soon. I think he's going to get it now. Could be a very easy dive setup there. Oh, they're looking for it again, but Sylvie's standing by.
Yeah, Call Me. Going to once again be put on a leash here as Threaded Volley not going to really find the target, but now Owner could be in trouble. Shattering Strike, double value there as he gets flung back into the rocks, and there's the knock-up. First blood to Sylvie, and it's elementary here for Nongshim.
Yeah, disrespectful from Owner not to flash the seismic shove there. I think he has reset, and he's back to that health already. Oh, Call Me in trouble.
He certainly is. Does have flash, is going to elect not to use it here as Faker just needs to hit a Q as the Weaver's Wall, and then he's dead. Don't know how that ever was going to work. But
Let's go down here. Call Me. Oh.
Okay. Sylvie is looking for Zeus. They're going to have to stand on the Soul. Zeus, I think, knows what the situation is. And there he goes. Cease and desist. Just held onto until after he had to
make Leandri. Not in that order, but those items is pretty good.
I think it actually is in that order.
Maybe it is.
So I feel like you do really want Leandri's, but I think that the other two are just a little bit more important. As Zeus is once again going to have to flash this time. Try and get out of the way. Vault Breaker does come through, and Call Me puts a wall down and is just not going to be able to participate in this particular battle. Sylvie makes too much damage back. And Gumayushi's ghosting, trying to get in range for this Destiny as they now look for Sylvie. He's an opportunity, but the quickness does come down. Seismic shove, just gigantic with Call Me over the wall. And there's the Vault Breaker as Owner goes back back in. They're able to grab the kill on the jungle. It's a big shutdown for the Twisted Fate, but now Dundun is going to turn up. Carrier gets into position, and now it's Peter that needs to be their hero. Gumayusi goes down in the fight. Ona surviving for so incredibly long, and Peter will just catch a stray Q there from Faker. Ona might have to go for a bit of an execute, but I think it is going to be achieved, and there he goes. Jiwoo just by himself towards his... but probably wanting to wait a little bit longer. Haven't done a stack check. Haven't actually looked at it as, okay, there's a Destiny, and Colmy is rooted in place. Still, it's a nice seismic shove onto Gumayusi. He's going to need Carrier's help to try and get out of there. Mom is going to yell a whole bunch now as Jiwoo is sneezing all over them. Flap, 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 and they help knock down the first kill. Gumayusi dead once again. Seismic shove connects. Faker is landing Q after Q after Q with these mantras, but it's just not quite enough to win them these fights, as now Carrier, he's the one running the wrong direction, and Dundun, really nice interruption there, and Carrier's really dead. I think he was going to be dead either way, but it still looked definitely cool.
And Zeus didn't even show up for the fight in that situation.
Well, he's here now. Does that make up for it? I don't know, because I think this turret is still very dead, and there it goes.
153 stacks.
We're going to do what we can do to win, and we don't care what we look like doing it. And it's really not. Okay, well, this is aggressive as Mom's yelling once again. The CC kind of massive, as once again, Jiwoo just raining hell down upon them. Gumayusi will land that gold card there. Sylvie's in trouble. Faker comes around though, and I don't know whether we like it too much. Nice Mega Cone is going to connect, and Call Me, he finds Gumayusi once again, his third death of the game.
You see how many control wards we're in?
Accelerate.
I mean, it's also, we said this game for T1 was very much about being ahead of the curve. I feel like the TF, a large part of his strength is the fact that you get so much extra gold. Oh.
All right, let's see whether Gumayusi can get it. He does. Gets himself out of there. No seismic.
T1 have to be really cautious here.
They certainly do. Sylvie looking for a possible angle here as he gets over the wall. I don't know whether he's completely out of dodge just yet. Decides to go in. I don't know about that, but the seismic shove is amazing. Gumayusi going down extraordinarily low as Mom yells into the back line. Sylvie manages to get that kill, and now they get the knock up onto Ona. He's underneath the turret, but I don't think that's going to matter. The Shattering Strike is decent, and my god, the damage from these mantra Qs. Another one connects, and Faker just demolishes him. Yeah, that. How long was that on cooldown for? Like
it just wasn't. It just wasn't. Okay. Inventory.
No, we don't want that.
Have enough armor. Oh,
well, Sylvie's going in once again, and guess who it is? It's on to Gumayusi as he's taking so much damage. In goes Peter, but is going to get interrupted. No one's really going to fall down yet, and now the Karma has them at arm's length. Yes, there's an execute range there that they have to be worried about. They're not worried about it at all as Faker is flashing in to land these Qs. Gets another one. That mantra is definitely back up again.
It's just always up. You always have to assume it's up. And
yeah,
he's got a lot of armor. He is very tanky, but not too much magic resist.
Oh, what the heck? Every second ability is mantra.
Yeah, against a Karma.
And there's a Twisted Fate.
About it.
So they always know. They will always know. Sylvie gonna try and get himself towards the rest of his team. Will be successful as, yes, Ona locks down the Rift Scuttler. And Nongshim, they just want out. They don't want to deal with this. Soul Point goes over to T1. And Nongshim unable to get anything off the back end of it.
And even with T1 now get mid-tower as well. So Nongshim really fumbling on the back of that. Cheat the game.
Yeah.
Just get more money.
He actually has the cheapest item in the game, which is the free shoes. There you go.
Yep.
Well, Peter is going to get stunned momentarily. Zeus finds an ultimate, and they just blow him up. Goodbye. Where did Peter go?
Part of the problem, playing the Rakan into a TF once that stun card hits.
More ability haste? I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, I definitely need it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the rapid fire Milio combo. Look at the range!
Oh, that's just absurd. All right, they're going to go for another engage. This time onto Faker, and Mom just lights him on fire. Going to be taken down as now Dundun. I don't know whether you win this 1v1 anymore. And yes, he built that extra armor. I just don't know whether it works. Does sidestep the knockup as now Jiwoo is looking to execute them. Takes down Carrier first up, and that's the double. As that's what all these stacks give you, and now it should just be Nongshim heading towards this Baron. Is it happening again? Are they just going to do it again, just taking these games off T1?
Yeah, I guess so. This is why they banned away the Smolder in the first one. You do see Zeus moving over to try and get the soul. The TP is going to come in from Dundun. They don't want to give anything up to the start of T1. Baron secured.
Oh, Gumayusi, I don't know about this.
He died.
He is just very dead. Well, never mind. He does stay alive for a bit longer. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Still, Nongshim should be able to get. And T1 are just going to walk towards this Baron. It goes down extraordinarily quickly. Teleports are coming in. And Mom is going to yell. Gumushi taking a fair bit of damage as now Peter with the quickness running. Zeus over the wall is going to blast cone his way out. And he did buy a fair bit of space. But now Dundun is in the backline just booping and booping as now Ona has to get himself over the Weaver's wall. And T1, they keep themselves alive. Nongshim still looking for more though. Ona with the Shattering Strike and he might fall. His health bar is extraordinarily low, but now Zeus looking for the angle. Dundun just hitting things as Jiwoo. Perfect timing on the arm guard. Call Me doing exactly the same thing, blocking the ultimate. And now Gumushi, same thing. Now Faker is in trouble as Dundun has got on top of him, but it's the Smolder that locks down the kill onto Gumushi. Faker goes golden to the very last second, but he's likely to fall the Inspire Shield, buying some time. And actually, with this Mantra W, he's just surviving. This is ridiculous, but it doesn't matter because he's out of the fight, and they lock down the kill onto the unit.
He's still going.
He is still going, and he's able to slow down Sylvie, then Mantras again, so he's immortal. Is Sylvie actually going to be able to kill him? We're just not going to watch, I guess.
Ult's up now, so he just has to burst with the ultimate.
Yeah. He just has to do that.
It's that simple.
It's that simple, guys. That's how you do it. And now Faker's going to channel the back. As you can see, Nongshim, they are just winning the game right now. He's going to opt in for the teleport to make sure that he can get back to his base. And
yeah, Faker's the wave.
Giving him the most gigantic shield ever as Carrier going to get caught out by the seismic shove, but there's the Inspire Shield from Faker. He's keeping them alive. Zeus as well is burning. Carrier was also...
Look, it's not okay that he's doing such big Mantra Qs and the shields as well. He's got the most damage in the fight and the most shields.
Yep. He's just keeping them all alive all the time, but not going to be able to stop this Baron by the looks of things because Carrier is limping around the battlefield. Still, these Mantra Qs are so scary. Into the backline goes Zeus! Finds 3 with the ulti, and then rebinds the soul, but the result is a dead Yone and a dead Twisted Fate. I think Nongshim have done it. Faker is going to get routed, and he tried so incredible. And there it is.
CC immune through the Mega Fire Kick, and Jiwoo. Honestly, I feel like
just flapping around, and there is the ace.
We were hoping for the Jiwoo source today, and he has delivered. I feel like he's been playing these team fights so flawlessly on the Smolder, so patient, avoiding engage opportunities. He dodged the ult from Zeus. He was the one.
That arm guard was probably the game-winning moment there for Nongshim. Gorgeously played, and once again, they just take a game from T1.
Yep, it's just... And I'm going to be real, it kind of stunk.
I also, I don't know whether we're going to have another one. Which is a little bit of a shame.
Is it?
I think it is, because I really like Garen.
You know, give it another 14 years. Towards the top lane. Generally speaking, probably just going to be farming towards level 6. Call Me, don't die.
He's getting reminded of just how unfun it was last time around, as there is the Jaws, and he just gets solo killed.
Man, I told him not to die. I even said.
A few execute games, and now Carrier. I think these are players that want to be going in, and that's exactly what Carrier has just done.
That play was actually risky, because if Peter was ready for it, he could have interrupted the Abyssal Dive, but you can see that just like no one on Nongshim expects a play like that.
Okay, Dundun and Zeus going aggressive. The all-out comes through once again, and now Dundun throws another buckler. He needs to get onto the shield. Well, he doesn't really... the flash forward! He finds the Q, and it's a solo kill for Dundun! Now he'll take a victory lap and head into the death chamber, but the damage has been done.
I just can't understand this player. Game one.
I think that you cannot not like this player. I swear to God. You just can't. Because he can have that game number 1 and it just looks terrible as... Okay, we've got a cease and desist coming through onto Faker here as Sylvie tanks the turret for way too long. He's just dead, and it's another 1-for-1.
You know, this feels like a bit of deja vu.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you need 4 people.
I think you just have to accept you're going to have to give someone up if you want to make it happen. And Zeus just very disrespectful, walks towards the wall. The ult does give him enough power.
Interruption.
Yeah, it does look tense for Dundun after he takes that Q3. But just ends up getting the value out of the buckler. And here the W used by Zeus means he stays on the Q.
Yeah. So it was, I don't think that would have affected the 1v1. Okay. But he was just letting him know that he does have the 6. So not end of the world, as we're going to check this out one more time, man. Like, Faker is just playing extraordinarily well today, but Sylvie tanking 2 turret shots was suboptimal. And Zay's going to realize that that's not going to work out. As okay, Sylvie gets a bit of a jump scare, blocked, not able to get over the wall, feared and dead. Faker's way is now 3-1.
Yeah, and it seems like Ona was a little bit upset with the outcome of the previous game. Wants to get some revenge. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'm just, you know, I can't really place, like, I know there's skins I like, which are like Halloween ones, but I can't place which Halloween.
I know that because I always regretted not getting the... Okay, never mind. Here is the cease and desist into the flick back. And can Faker get a kill this time? The answer is no. This time, he's not close enough to the turret. So Sylvie is going to be able to help Colmy get himself pretty consistently with the fact that his wave clear is really online. But you can see T1 also playing aggressively. Not going to find the chains of corruption, but it doesn't matter. The center just explodes. Ona tries to get into the backline, but Peter's there with the dredge line, and Jiwoo is just raining arrows down onto T1. They're in the equalizer. The flash forward. The seismic shove, and Peter's landing hooks all over the place. Nongshim, they crush them.
Oh, Nongshim just the best team in the LCK?
I think they might be the best team in the...
Faker, and then flashes to get a triple knock-up.
That's so sick. Anyway, Dundun and Zayas are now fighting as he just stands there. Steadfast presence says absolutely not. You are going nowhere, and the Dawning Shadow doesn't do enough.
It was just a stand-up, both of them just kind of posturing, and the puppy won.
Oh. And now another hook is going to land, and is it happening? I think it's just happening. Carrier thought that he was going aggressive, but instead he was going to his grave. Oh, never mind. He's Tom Kench. He just eats the great health, and he should be all right. Ona going to try and get himself out of there. Speaking of getting out of there, just didn't do quite enough damage. And okay, there's Paranoia, and now we're back to T1 finding themselves some picks. Although Sylvie kind of here, but maybe he is just more food, as he does have to flash. Get out of the way, Vault Breaker.
700 gold shutdown, so... Not great.
Right, well, Nongshim still have a slight gold lead.
Oh.
And Peter pressed R. That was cool. And Abyssal Dive going to come on through here. So Peter doesn't have flash. He's going to get gobbled up and spat at towards the turret. Does find himself a hook. And Jiwoo just not enough damage to actually do too much there, as the health actually is going to go back. The shield is gone. Onto Carrier, and Jiwoo just stands his ground, able to fire back. And now Weaver's Wall to come in. Oh, he's actually interrupted. Still, the turret is going to go down, but not before Faker gets in here. So,
I mean, we saw the graphic in after the last game that they showed on the space where,
bit of a hook connecting here. Gets knocked up as well as the Paranoia comes in. Good flash from Carrier to make the overcommit happen, as cease and desist is going to be spell shielded by Ona beautifully. And now Zayas, he's looking for an all-out angle. Let's see if he can find one there as he pulls in the Poppy. And I don't think that Dundun's going to be able to survive. Well, he will survive for a very long time, but he is still dead. And that kill goes over to Gumayushi. T1, they...
Available to start of that fight.
I imagine Dundun was calling pretty early on, like, I will sacrifice myself, just save yourselves. As Abyssal Dive is going to land onto Jiwoo, taking a lot of damage there as well. Devour going to be used aggressively. Ona taken down extraordinarily low as, he's spat out on top of the Nocturne, and he's able to get the arrow off, but still it's a double kill for Faker. Colmy is now trying to find the seismic shove, but he won't get a good hook from Peter though. But Carrier, can he stay alive? Yes, he can, because he's Tom Kench. He's practically immortal. And the Tongue Lash going to get the stun onto Peter, as now Dundun, he's back in the battle. But there are just not enough teammates to keep next game, and just walks at him, yeah.
Okay, Colmy can reset if needed.
He has been in side lanes a lot. He's accrued a 40 CS advantage. Oh, the fear comes in, and Sylvie, the unending despair, he flashes into the brush, will survive from, oh my goodness. Very close to his fall. Oh, and his Dawning Shadow snipes him. No vision, no problem, and Gumayushi is going to get rid of the jungler, and that should mean 2 dragons apiece.
I think that might have been the Horizon focus vision.
Oh, true.
I mean, I'm not sure it was available right at the end, but I think it gave enough vision that he knew where Sylvie had started recalling or close to it.
All right, Faker gonna find the jaws onto Jiwoo, and there he goes. Ona launches underneath the turret and does not care about it. A Devour comes through onto Dundun. Carrier, I don't think, liked the taste of that, and is going to move himself back. Dundun pretty far. And now Peter looks for the hook angle, doesn't quite get it, and look at Faker. He's just standing back, raining hell down on Nongshim. There's the snipe. This champion is not okay, Ox. He just isn't. A hook is going to connect. It looks great from Peter, but I think he might just be dead. There's the double, the flash lick from Carrier. And that is the turret falling down as well. Sylvie not going to be able to do anything and even gets knocked up here as more... Of course, Faker has another ability for him. And he will be taken down. That's a kill going over to Zeus. And T1, they wipe Nongshim off the map, and they're looking for Baron.
On the back of Faker. No other way to spin it.
No. Oh. Black and white? Like in grayscale?
As I said.
All right. I guess you just kill him. That's how you do it. You will die, though, and Faker gets his 10th of the game. Sylvie's also in trouble. This might be 11th as he's down extraordinarily low. There it is. 11 kills. And T1, with their Baron in tow, are looking to try and break open the base. Where even was Faker throughout most of that? I feel like I know he was on the screen, so never mind. Balanced. It's fine. As Ona does go in very aggressively, and then Faker auto-attacks the Varus and he dies. Yeah.
Yeah, and now, you know, I wouldn't have thought that...
Yes, Zeus is basically immortal. I think that's just how it is. He's able to dash himself out of the way. He'll be all right as Peter is just tanking damage. Faker is just launching missiles and there is just no response. They can't do anything about it. Dawning Shadow flies in. That's going to be the cue back. All out from Zeus. He's getting underneath this turret. Look at the damage. And T1, they do not allow Nongshim to win game 3s. Yes, a casual game 2 here and there. But game 3, this is T1 territory. They're going to set to work on these Nexus turrets. And they now have their eyes set towards the telecom war that's going to be coming up on Saturday. This one, I mean, there were some moments. And honestly, Nongshim had a great early game, but it was all T1 from about 15 minutes onwards. And it was just all Faker.
Yep.
This guy's way's too good.
A couple of fights in succession, but it felt like game 2, game 3, both games.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.